happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome in. So, last things last and first things first, Bada Buttons, you are both of those things. So I know you're in Lurk, but celebrate however you choose and whenever you choose, because you're both last from last week and also first from this week. Double pat yourself on the back, I suppose. It really is incredibly funny to me, the consistency of that. Anyway, welcome and lovely to see you all. Salam Beavis, thank you very much for redeeming third, and also for 32 months of subs. I really, really appreciate that. It's been wonderful getting to know all of the folks that I've met through Twitch, but you're definitely one of the first. And it's really lovely to see all y'all. Hello, Boo. Hello, Pseudorudo. Hello, Willis. Hello, SNK. Hello, Ikana. Just hello, everybody. It's really wonderful to see you all. I hope you are doing great. Ikana, good job redeeming last so far. We'll see if anybody else tries to sneak up on that. And Willis, thank you also for redeeming third. And Pseudorudo, thank you for redeeming seasonal candy. I love that. I did them
Poison
backwards.
Darth Frog just resubscribed for 24 months. It's dangerous to go alone. Lady Quack demands that you escort her through ugly country.
Lady Quack. Oh, TTS. Poison Darth Frog, it is really wonderful to see you tonight. And thank you for that. 24 whole heckin' months is a lot of months of sub. And like 2 years. 2 years. Can you believe I've even been streaming for 2 years, much less 32 months, much less anything? It's really lovely to see you, and I love your message, and I also love how TTS said it. Lady Quack. Lady Quack. What a Willis, thank you for redeeming non-seasonal candy. So my seasonal candy is not St. Patrick's Day candy or Mario Day candy, which is silly, but it's because Easter's at the end of March, and so Easter eggs are really easy to come by, so I have myself some Easter eggs. And my non-seasonal candy, in a similar vein, is what kind of chocolate can you have anytime? And the answer is a hug. So I will have that when I have space in my mouth, because right now it's busy with a caramel egg. How are all you lovely folks? How is your week? How are you doing? It's so nice to get back to another Wednesday. I have not been able to find... Okay, to be entirely fair, I didn't go online. I have been in several stores. I have looked in all of their various candy spaces. I have not yet found Starburst jelly beans. I probably could if I would just go online and Google Starburst jelly beans Canada where to buy. Excuse me one moment while I do that. This better work. You know, I haven't been to a Walmart. Now I feel silly. Of course they'd have them. But I could also technically get them on Amazon if I'm willing to get a lot or spend a lot of money. Okay. I need to find an excuse to visit a Walmart, chat. It's very important. Extremely important. The most important thing. You missed the frog hunting one, Poison Darth Frog. It's literally your name. That's okay. Like, I'm just happy to see y'all when you do show up. No judgment. And I particularly like the comments that you leave on my YouTube videos as you catch up. And so, you know what? I will just look forward to seeing any and all of those as they come up. But it is a shame that you missed the frog hunting stream. There were a lot of frogs. We had a whole frog choir. You could have been there, Poison Darth Frog. What about groceries? Starburst jelly beans, groceries. Starburst jelly beans. Groceries. I have my priorities in life, that's all I'm saying. So if If y'all have somehow never met me before, I'm Lady QEW, and I like Zelda. That is a great reason to go, actually. Let's go to Walmart and get groceries and also some Starburst jelly beans. So the reason that I don't tend to go to Walmart for groceries is that I have 3 grocery stores within walking distance of my apartment and none of them are a Walmart, and the closest Walmart is a 12-minute drive. And so it feels wasteful. But I could, technically. There are lots of reasons to go to a Walmart. I'm sure I will find one. So I'm Lady QEW. I like Nintendo. I also like Zelda. I technically like Paper Mario too, and I did that for a really long time, but officially it's starting to feel like Zelda's kind of my identity because I've been doing it since January of 2023. I'm just trying to play through the games that I own, chat, and I just happen to have a lot of them. So we've made it to Majora's Mask, and today we are facing Fear and Terror in the bottom of the well. And the reason we're calling it Fear and Terror is because there are a whole bunch of Redeads in this. They might be called Gibdos in this game because this mask is called the Gibdo mask, and it's how you trick them into not attacking you, and instead they want to talk to you. But every time they talk to you, they still do that scream thing, which I hate. It's like the worst sound cue ever invented. And also, in the next room that I'm about to walk into, there's a Wallmaster. And it grabbed me, and I screamed a little bit. And then I ended stream and had to sleep. So there's that. So we're just gonna terror and panic. That's what we're gonna do today, and hopefully I'll make it through the well. The bottom of the well is not good in either game for my like emotional stability. Hey IT, my work laptop is having connectivity issues. IT runs speed test on work laptop. Download bandwidth is 1/10 of personal computer. It must be your router. You know what? I mean, if they decide that the solution is to replace your router on like work funds, I'm not particularly impressed with that. I bet K Menzel would have like moved the earth to make your computer work better. Okay, the mummies are Gibdos, the unwrapped ones are Redeads. Cool, they all suck. So technically both exist in both Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. That makes sense. I think so. They also both exist sort of, not really. There are some very interesting things that happen in like future Zeldas. I'm specifically remembering A Link Between Worlds where you meet Gibdos that are like the wrapped up mummies, and they follow you around and don't experience like knockback from attacks. And so you have to be really conscientious about like how you kill them. But if you light them on fire, the bandages burn up and they turn into skeletons, which is a totally different type of enemy, and then they start behaving like that type of enemy. And I've always thought that was really clever. But I'm I just don't want them to exist in this game. And I respect that about myself. Hello, Erica. Welcome in. Lovely to see you. How are you doing? I'm facing my fears. I don't care. Leave me alone. I don't care. Okay, I care a little bit. I did save, right? This is my save? Cool. So I'm gonna need to hurt that silly little bat. Oh, you're okay-ish? Well, it's really lovely to see you. And I hope that things get poked and prompted towards improvement for you. Okay, Menzel, I think you get better reception over here. Moves the earth slightly to the left. You're right. Okay, Menzel would. Yeah, that would terrify me, Sudaruto. I would not. Okay. Family drama. Valid. Unfortunate. And yet. Okay, so I can't stay in one place too long, including getting frozen. If I get frozen, there is a chance that that dumb hand... Leave me alone! I can hear the noise now, and that means there are now 2 sound cues that are not my favorite. But I have a hug that I still haven't put in my mouth, so I will enjoy it. It's those seasonal sunspots. They can interfere with reception if you're, like, on Earth. Obviously. This is, like, basic IT know-how, Poison Dart Frog. And I can't believe that Beavis's IT department would not go to the effort. Anyway, it just sucks. So what does he want? Something that makes a blinding flash, preferably 10 of them. That sounds like a Deku nut. Hey, I like daisies. How are you? I bear you no remorse is terrifying. It's terrifying and I hate it. We're just gonna... Oh, there is a bunch of fire over there. And I can't tell what's going on with this room and I'm frightened. Okay, chat? It's fine. It's fine, I'm just frightened. Everything is scary and there was a bunch of fire. But I think I'm going the right way because I did have the thing. Oh! Phooey. Phooey and Fiddlesticks. I know what that is. I don't know what to do about it. Okay, there they are. So there are still 2 guys. So this is a thing. I recognize this, but I recognize this from future games and I have no idea how to deal with it. And also slightly from past games. That is baller, Beavis, and I'm glad you have access to the resource that is your brother to try to help you figure that out since your IT department is apparently useless. But I am sorry that your IT department is apparently useless. And you are correct. Like, there is no world in which the router is the problem. You know what I mean? It's just such a silly thing to say. So here's the problem. I feel like these are the eyes that we've seen in some previous games. These are like the eyes in the dungeon with the cane of small... I'm about to say a real country and that's not what it's called. There's a cane that you get in A Link to the Past. And in that dungeon, there's a bunch of eyes that if you are looking at them, like shoot laser beams at you. And you can't deflect them until you get the, like, big and fancy reflective shield for them. This guy apparently shoots fire. And I don't know if that's something I'm supposed to be able to counter right now. But I also feel like I remember the fire shooting. And I don't know what to do about him. But I'm, like, frightened of him. I'm gonna leave that one up. Like, should I try shooting him with ice? Is my main question. How do I deal with this eye? And I still don't know if there's, like, a wall master in this room. See? Like, he does that, and that's because he knows I can see him. Oh! Okay, maybe I don't need to go there. I mean, there might be things in the plants. But it doesn't look like there's anything in that space other than bugs. And so I might need to give bugs to somebody. Because in theory... Okay, I do have a bottle of bugs. That's good. I don't have a fancy shield. I have a very normal shield. I'm just still so stuck on this. Like, I wonder if the stone mask would work? I don't think you're where I want to go. I think I want to go to this big room. I don't know what I'm gonna find, but I think I want to go to the big room. Big rooms usually are good, right? Another Retro Ninja Turtles game today. You've only got one left in the Cowabunga collection, but then you can start on Shredder's Revenge. It sounds to me like there's always something exciting going on. Please stop screaming at me. 10 refreshing blasts. Does he want bombs? Is he gonna take all 25 of my bombs? Okay. So I do understand the gentle clues that I'm being given. I don't like this. I don't like this place. I don't like this system. I think this is a very clever puzzle and a fantastic maze. But I still don't want to be here. Interesting. Blade traps everywhere. Like, obviously a mini boss room. That is a Poe. Technically, I can hit Poes with my sword. Ow. But this one seems very tall. Aha. Whoop! That's 2. Ah! That's like the 3rd time I've just walked directly into the Poe's pathing. Okay, this is not going poorly as a fight. I just don't want to get screwed over. Bombs! They're refreshing! Oh. Five. Gotcha. Oh, I bet I need to put that in a bottle. Nope. No, thank you. Should I have talked to it first? I don't know. Oh, that's a creepy screen grab right there. Because I still haven't taken off my Gibdo mask. Whoopsies. Okay, well, I have a big Poe in a bottle now. I thought this was mini-boss territory. These blade traps are terrifying. It's a great face. Link's doing very well for himself. I think these only give me arrows. Interesting. Okay, so I have a new prediction, chat. Because I really thought the big room here was going to be a mini boss room. And it was a Poe room, which is not what I was expecting. Which makes me think that one of the Gibdos that I haven't talked to wants a Poe. And because I haven't talked to them,
bad at buttons just resubscribed for 23 months. First things first, I got first.
You did, Buttons. You also got last from last week, so you get the double pat yourself on the back for being last and also for being first. And welcome in. It is lovely to see you today. I hope you had a good day. I'm trying to figure out why this only gave me a Poe. Oh, Ikana tried, but now Poison Darth Frog is last. Oh no! Maybe I just have to talk to all of them. I've been avoiding talking to a bunch of these guys. Like, oh, shoot. This is awkward. Stupid thing. You're supposed to want to hurt me? You dolt. That took several tries. So this guy is protecting what is clearly a dead end as far as I'm concerned. Why are they always giving me arrows? And this thing, I don't know if I can do anything about at all. So the first room had a guy who wanted a blue potion. This maze is so very mazy. I appreciate your flex, Buttons. I think this is the Wallmaster room. Have I mentioned that I hate Wallmasters, chat? Maybe the dead end is still helpful, but I think before I do that, I want to speak to this guy, because I don't know what he wants. The dead end might be helpful, though. Something deliciously fresh. I'm annoyed by this because these things are gonna respawn every time I exit this room. But I do think... Whoop! Oh! I'm glad that Link backs up like a champ! Okay, so what does this guy want? Can I interest you in goal? Something warm that can melt ice and quench one's spirits. I don't have fire in a jar right now, so I don't think I can do that one. Like, that sounds like he wants blue fire to me. So I have a fish, a bug, a Poe. I haven't used my powder keg yet, but I have used my Deku nuts. I haven't used my Deku sticks. I don't know if I need them or not. I think I just got them. But mostly, like, I've used bombs and a Deku nut already. And I thought everything else was, like, bottle stuff. It's the only explosion I could find. Can I interest you in explosion? Okay. Ah! I don't know why I creeped myself out so hard by that. I paused and I got lost in the room. Like, I couldn't tell where I was standing or facing, and because of the fire trap, I didn't want to just blindly run forward, so I tried turning around and the camera just spun right through the Gibdo, and it was the creepiest thing, and I hate it, and I hate them. And why is this so scary? Oh boy. Is a fish fresh? Like, I don't think I would ever call a bug fresh. It is freshly caught and still jumping. Is that a hint? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. If he doesn't take my fish, I'm accepting whatever help chat can provide. No Link. just Link sliding in right there. Cause like fish I've been told are delicious. And the game is telling me this one's fresh. And so if you want something that's delicious and fresh and it's not this fish, I call shenanigans. I just know that so like I have to be able to solve this door is where I'm at because there's 3 doors I haven't gone through. The first door asked me for a blue potion, which my walkthrough said was optional, which means I do not have it. And so I have skipped that. And I understand that. This guy wants something deliciously fresh, which makes me think if it's not the fish, I don't know what it is. The third guy wants something that can melt ice, and I cannot give him fire arrows, and that's the fire option that I have. So I'm not sure what to do. I don't think we're qualified to offer the help she needs. Daisy's. That's so true. I need more help than chat can ever fix. Take my fish, and if it's wrong, I'm resetting. Okay, cool. So he wanted a fish. That's great. Maybe. I'm actually just gonna go through because there's a wall master in the room that I'm in right now. And I know that for sure. Hey there, D. Chris. How you doing? So casual. And yet so obsessed with getting 100%. If I can, if I must. Fish. Don't jump. You know, some items requested can be found within the confines of this area. I did notice that. There's a whole bunch of bugs a couple rooms ago, but they're blocked by a fire trap that I don't know how to fix. And so I'm glad I have a bug. And I hope that... Oh, der Bescheid, Vissa. Welcome in. Thank you very much for redeeming Word of the Stream. And Sagan Hauptmeister? Like, that's definitely German. The last 2 syllables mean master. Don't know what the first bit of it is. Did you try to translate the name of the awful wallmaster into German, or is this actually, like, something that is nice? But also, hi, it's lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well tonight. Please excuse me while I get chalk on everything. Literally everything. And again... Haupt, I should know. Why don't I remember what Haupt implies? Hauptmeister is like chief officer. Okay, so super fancy officer. Is that an action hero? I hope so. As usual, the German words do not fit on my chalkboard. It would help, you know, if you were to put spaces in your nouns. I understand that would be less fun linguistically. Just make the longest word ever, no spaces. Bam. There we go. A lovely German word that includes chief officer at the end of it, and then also has the rest of the word. Ta-da. Oh. Okay, so the beginning of that is report. That sounds very funny. What an interesting gentleman. I am the chief reporting officer. I tell you about small parking infractions. I love that idea. How fun. Oh, is it the sound? Oh. Oh, ooh. I would enjoy a definition of chief officer of a person who supplies offices to chiefs. Also, for some reason, I read your comment backwards before reading it forwards, and I also thought instead of chiefs, you'd written chairs. And so I was like, wait, someone supplies offices to chairs? That sounds like a great idea. And then actually read it forwards and went, oh no, what you said makes a lot more sense contextually than anything I was thinking. I'm not sure where I was. Okay, so where are we at? What enemies are in this room? How much do they dislike me? Oh, I can get a bunch of Deku nuts here. But I already... Interesting. Well, I'm just gonna choose not to. But I could also light this space on fire if I chose to, like, hurt some of these things. Oh, poison breath. I would love to be able to see. Literally, camera. Could you be any less helpful? I'm certain the answer is yes. That's the office chair, man. If it's a quiet day, he's chairman of the board. That's great. Oh, I see. Hello, Plum. Welcome and lovely to see you. I swear the majority of this game is gloomy and dark. Listen, it is. And it's also frightening. And you're very funny. How are you doing? I want to bring fire this way. I don't know why. But away. Okay, there's just the two. What are these? Oh, I see. Enemies. Okay, so I don't need to break any more of those jars. Don't know which way I want to go. Oh. And you need to mention. You got the do-it-yourself battle scene in your pre-orders, America moment. Look at your amazing consumer ability to buy merchandise. Listen, good for you. That is a skill. You're totally not stressed by Rebirth in any way. When they decided they didn't have enough minigames, so they added harder difficulties to all minigames across the board. Thank you. Thank you so much, people who coded Rebirth. That sounds great and very exciting and not at all stressful. I did not, der Bescheid wisse. I did not see that. There are so many things that I'm so behind. Plum, this sort of answers your question. I had, I think, an okay day. But I am, again, which is really interesting because I honestly, don't experience this very often, but I am having another day where I'm very sensory, like I'm on sensory overload. And that was technically true on like Sunday and Monday as well. So that's like 4 days out of the last week where I've just been like, and I like don't remember what day it is or anything that's happening, except I do remember that Princess Peach Showtime is coming out on Friday and I'm very excited about that. And that's great, but I don't know, it was just a weird sort of day. But it wasn't a bad day. It was just a weird day. And so I haven't done any of the things, like I haven't had buttons. I realized this literally when I booted up for stream. You have no idea. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't tune into Buttons stream. And please tell me the last time, Buttons, that I just didn't know that 2 o'clock had happened, much less from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Like, how do I just miss it? Just gone. Europeans can extra order for their pre-order on Paper Mario. It even has a little audience with Luigi. Ugh! Okay, I'm jealous of the Europeans. I did think, okay, to be fair, because it's you, I did think you were talking about the Paper Mario remake. And I just have not been keeping up on any like information about it other than I think it's coming out in May in Canada. And so I'm like pinned to that. Listen, anyone who wants it can always have it. I am exclusively and always trying to beat the bot. And I have successfully beat the bot once. And I am still trying to do it again. That is my only goal in life. This is why I aim for first somewhat obsessively in Buttons stream. I understand it comes with perks, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate those perks. I love salary at the Button Factory. I absolutely love weights on the Wildcard Wednesday wheel, even though my games always lose. But I am in it for beating Saribot into the chat room. Good job, Akina. You haven't played the demo for Peach yet? I am not even gonna play the demo for Peach. I'm just gonna buy the game. I don't care what the demo, like, the demo can teach me nothing. I'm just gonna buy the game and play it, and I love it. You've pre-ordered it? Whoopsies.
Akinahime9 just subscribed. Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to Akinahime9. They have given 123 gift subs in the channel.
You know what, TTS, you tried. You did better the second time than the first time. Plum, thank you so much for that gifted sub. Akina, please enjoy. I'm sure you have spoken about this, and Akina, you now have the threat.
Sntama04 just
Ooh.
subscribed.
Plum, you're
Plumberry
being
gifted a
lovely
tier
and
1
generous.
sub to Sntama04. They
Where
have
is
given
Lady Kiwi Whack when you need her?
124 gift
There she
subs
is.
in the channel. Darby Scared Wisser just subscribed.
You do what you
Plumberry
want.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Darby Scared Wisser. They have given 125 gift subs in the channel.
Dear Bescheid, I'm so sorry about that mispronunciation. My TTS is not German. Plum, thank you very much for gifting a sub to SNK and also to Der Bescheid Wisse. I don't know why I always want to say Bessie. It's not polite, and I shouldn't do that. I should just actually like air my German out, and I like daisies.
Ilike Daisies just subscribed. Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to I Like Daisies. They have given 126 gift subs in the channel.
I love this. So Plum, you're delightful, first of all, but also you sent a wonderful message, and I haven't even read it. And now everyone is flipping tables. They're pronouncing names. They're lady Kiwi whacking everything, and that's great. And I love you all, and I hope you're having fun, chat. But I really want to talk about the time change. So, as much as we love our time changes bringing us back to like this, well, bringing us back to this time. Time changes are dumb and they should feel bad. And yes, it is impossible to remember anything. And so technically when I think about it, since the daylight savings time change, I have had dysregulated sensory overwhelm days about 50% of the time. And that is way. Buttons, that's what I say. Did you know that's actually a very unpopular opinion? Even science says if we remove daylight savings time, we should do it by sticking to wintertime. Everybody likes wintertime better. I'm like, I don't know what is going on because summertime is clearly correct. And by correct, I'm not trying to imply anything to anybody else. I'm just trying to say, for me, this is the time that my brain always thinks it is. Even when you move my time around in the fall, I still think this is what time it is. And so in theory, I should be better at adjusting back, but instead I'm not. Anyway, we had some lovely sub gifts, yada, yada, yada. Okay, there we go. We have more 1,000-Year Door. I just need to read everything, chat, because you're so interesting. And I that sounded sarcastic. That was not sarcastic. I promise that was not sarcastic. Okay, you have one copy for yourself. Smart. You have one copy to lend out. Also smart. That's great. 2 copies definitely seems appropriate. And a 3rd copy to keep sealed to sleep in peace. That is what, do you know what, Debescheid Vista? That is what you do when a really, really good game comes out. And we already know that 1,000-Year Door is a really, really good game. Hey, danke für den Sub, Mann. Es echt krass. That's great. I love that. I love German. Everyone knows what to expect. I flip your tables. Yes. Burn the
Kate
message.
Bloomer 27 just subscribed.
Kate.
Plumberry gifted a tier 1 sub to Kate Bloomer 27. They have given 127 gift subs in the channel.
Kate, welcome in. You showed up at a time that Plum is throwing gift subs, so enjoy that. I do lose an hour of sleep when I switch to summertime, and I don't like that. That does not feel great. but I prefer the time. My brain just needs all the time. Poison Darth Frog, you're way off your sleep schedule too. That is a shame. Most humans don't know that summertime is savings time. They say they hate daylight savings time, but they don't know what it means. That's true. Midnight is the most centered in winter hours, and it's the original time. Okay. Oh, tomorrow is a day of equal day and night. That's actually very interesting. I'm finally on the same page as y'all chat. That took a long time because I don't like ignoring people. It's fine. I am loving this Canadian spring weather today, Kate Bloomer. It is 0 degrees and it is snowing. Happy spring, everybody. Definitely. SNK 20 stream streak. That is impressive. Yeah, you know what? Time is a measurement system, but it is one that we inherently made up. And so let's just split the difference. Let's be Newfoundland. We're on the half hour now. Oh, this is a leap year. That's true. It was sunny, then it was white out, then it was sunny. This is the most accurate description of like Canadian anything. Okay, let's figure out what these creepy, terrifying things want. What do you want? You had a guy get elected purely because of promising to banish daylight savings time? I would vote for that. I mean, it depends on the rest of the platform and like whether or not they were awful in other respects. Because, like, honestly, if the current Premier of Ontario promised to banish daylight savings time, I still wouldn't vote for him due to all of the other policies, which are trash. Sorry for talking about politics on stream. Willis also has a 20 stream streak. That's crazy. I've seen some very high numbers in the streak column. Not on my stream, but I don't stream often enough for high numbers there. But I've seen some very high ones, and I'm excited because we've got a lot of consistent folks. Okay, so what does he want? Something small and creepy. He wants a bug. I have a bug, chat. I could give him a bug. Do you think I should give him a bug? Or should I see what the other one wants? An 80+ streak. Heck, man. The oncoming storm is in it to win it. They are aiming to max out whatever the top number is. I mean, I do have a bug. I hate how he's twitching. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Chat, why is it so creepy? Let's see. Where are we? I don't know where I'm trying to go. If I'm trying to get to that room... I have bugs. So this direction seems a lot more useful than this one. Like, if I look at the mini map, this one is taking me to nowhere, but I don't know if nowhere is where I want to go. Oh, this one wants a big Poe. Oh shoot, I have both of those things. Ah, solve both doors? So I can't get the bug back if I give... Well, I also can't get the big Poe back. Either one of these are a one-stop shop. Because in theory, if I go... Oh, wait. That looks like that's a dead end, actually. There might not be a connecting door between that L-shaped room and the room that I would go into if I went this way. Hate it. There are bugs here, but they're behind a thing that I can't get past. You know what, Chris? That's a great question. What do I think of the game so far? So it's not my first rodeo with a lot of Legend of Zelda. I've played a fair amount of it. And there's a few things that really recommend Majora's Mask to me. For the most part, a lot of the areas and the regions and the maps are relatively quote unquote small scale, in that, like, when I run down to the beach, it's fairly easy for me to keep track of all of the spaces that are beach spaces. And so I'm much less likely to get lost or confused, and I'm able to travel the distances more promptly. All of which serves well a game that's going to have a time mechanic. And so I like that for the most part, the dungeons and the tasks and the spaces and like the places you go and the things that you do are relatively self-contained. It feels very bite-sized. I happen to really like that. I also like some of the generosity in this game in terms of like items. The story, while being terrifying as all get out with many, many creepy things, is really engaging and quite interesting. The camera is trash and it should feel like trash. The Z targeting is trash and it should feel like trash. And some of that is not the game's fault, but some of that is definitely the game's fault. And some of the bosses are way more fun than others, is what I will say. But when you think about it as an adventure game, I think it's a very good game. I love the collectathon concepts of like, there's masks in places, just talk to people, just see what you can find. I also am a little bit salty about some of the heart pieces because I am a 100%er. I like being able to do everything in a game. And the heart pieces in Majora's Mask are principally found in two ways. The first way is with complete randomness. Like, you would never talk to these people under these conditions. You have no idea what you're going to get. But if you happen to do it, here's a heart piece just for free, just for being somewhere and saying a thing. And then the other way is do this thing that is the hardest thing possible. So the swamp shooting gallery is so far my example of that, but there have been a couple on the level of that. So like the beaver races, the water racing with the beavers was like that. And I had to grind that really for a very long time. And then you had to do it like 4 times to get the piece of heart because your first prize was a bottle. And I was like, trash. Like, I'm not good at this game. I just want to play it. And so in there's a lot of good things about this game, but there's a few things that I'm just like, But I know that if I actually do the work to collect, for example, him all the masks, this is actually one of the earliest games that I can recall from Nintendo that like really functionally rewards you for doing that. Like, heart pieces are sort of their own reward. You have more health, right? But the fact that they actually went, no, no, no. If you go out of your way to play this whole entire game, here you go. That is, I think, really cool. And I know that hasn't happened yet, but it will. Because I am going to get all the masks. I don't know why I'm so emphatic about this, but I'm going to get all the masks. Anyway, super long answer. It's fine. Oh, went all the way to the computer for this streak. Buttons, that is quite a distance. I hope it was worth it. Okay, so we're gonna give him the big Poe, because there hasn't been any duplication, and so I do think, oh geez. Whoa, that's a spider. Okay, that's just a spider though. That, however, get out. Spider? Oh, that's a spider behind a web. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Do I burn the web? Maybe? Is there even a web? The thing is, the Wallmaster's gonna come back, and then I'm gonna be frightened again. Oh, more bugs. Okay, so the bugs are like very collectible. Interesting. What am I doing here? Just running. Understood. I do not like Wallmasters. I have been picked up by Wallmasters in this wall twice, and both times I screamed. And I was like, it's not even an impulse. Like, I can't control that. I swear these games have given me a phobia of those things. And Garlic Grove, who I haven't seen in chat yet, but like Garlic Grove has an emote of the Wallmaster hand. And the first time I saw them use it, I was like, what is that? And I squinted and got close to the screen to understand what it was. And I was just like, no, thank you. Absolutely not. Never, never, never. The bird that steals items. I haven't gotten close to that bird yet. I don't want the nightmares. Something rich in calcium. So he wants milk. I have milk. Oh, does that mean this is the way I want to go, chat? I don't even know what door I'm facing. I'm too frightened. Okay, I am facing that door. There is only one door. Fascinating. My shadow's really big right now, chat, and I hate it. Because I'm really worried that there's a Wallmaster like coming down on me right now during dialogue, and I don't want to deal with that. It's true. I hate not knowing what's behind the doors. When I play A Link Between Worlds, I have to tell myself it's oat milk and not cow's milk. Well, to be fair, it's like premium milk in A Link Between Worlds. And there are no cows in the game. Are there cows in the game? I don't recall seeing any cows in the game, so you can't prove that it's cow's milk. Just move, just move, just move. Okay, this definitely looks like a destination. Ooh, there's a treasure chest in this room. Okay. Okay. I think we're gonna have to backtrack all the way to the dude with the bugs. But for now... It's true. Like, there are cuckoos, because you play with them. But I really can't think of a cow. And so your only context for even seeing milk in the game, if you don't like go out of your way to buy it again, is like when you get premium milk from the bar to take up to the boulder or up the mountain. And that definitely has alcohol in it. You can tell by the dialogue. But like that's the milk that you naturally come across in the game. And so why not? Why wouldn't the bar? Like it's premium milk. Chicken milk sounds good. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. So I light the torches. Oh, come on. I am, like, angled wrong for this. That's fine. Just like how they give the mermaid a top. Yes. Okay, so this is an item? The entire world took Bart's advice and decided not to have a cow. Oh, wow. Okay, so I got the mirror shield, but like, what a face. Am I just gonna have to look at that all the time now? Awful, chat. Awful. I'm a non-zero amount delighted by this. Okay, so there is this thing. Oh, I see. But there's also this thing? Oh, okay, that gives me the ladder. That was the creepiest smile I think I've ever seen. I don't like that. Oh, I can't revert back to the hero shield, no. But it's so terrifying. It's weird how little of the like end of this game I actually remember. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm about to walk into. There's a whole room I haven't even been in. Am I going the right way? I've gotta be, right? I don't know why they chose this, especially as the mirror shield, like of all things. Interesting. I'm in the castle now. Okay. There is a door. Be health. I don't need arrows. My arrows are very full. Thank you for the small amount of health. I think I'm gonna have to... So I went into the well and I came out here. I think I'm gonna have to use my safety save point for this, because this feels like a new area. It's weird that they have troughs cut in. Oh, interesting. I need it to be daylight. Do we feel like a fight, chat? There he is. That went much better than most of the fights did outside. Okay, so what does he have to say? There is another secret route apart from the well entrance. Well, duh. Of course there is. And it's like definitely here, but there's no light. I can become a Jawa. That is true. Because I am not, like, I'm not outside during the day. I'm going to have to wait for, like, the sun to come up. That's fine. I can deal with that later, probably, because I am already inside. It feels like I should be able to blow up this wall. And also a Tusken Raider with a scent mask. That's actually a really good point. I can become a Jawa or a Tusken Raider. Or a bomb. I can become whatever I want. Oh, I don't know if I'm still gonna need... Would like some more health, please. Okay, we're getting there. I don't want to fight these guys. I keep screwing up, but they tell me useful things. They just explain how to beat the game to me. There he is. Ow. Ow! I can't back up enough. Moving to the side works too. The Redeads and Ikana were once members of the castle's dancing troupe. So, if I wear the crazy dancer mask, will they do something? I almost regret asking that question. Because now I feel like I'm gonna need to answer it. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all we get, chat. I should probably take this off so that I don't run into one of those by accident. Okay, magic is nice. Health is even nicer. The camera is bad and it should feel bad. That, however, is very fortunate. I will accept this fairy in payment for all of the ridiculous things I have done for this game. This is very interesting, this like little trough. It runs all the way through the area. Okay, so I can't deal with the shortcut until I have some light. Which means this is where we have to go. Okay. We got this. I don't know what this is, but we got it. Whatever it is. No, thank you. I don't have the sun song. Chat, there's a bunch of redeads. I hate redeads. What does the hint mean? The camera's so bad, I bet it only tips 15%. Amazing. I can't imagine the amount of PTSD this link has. All the PTSD. So about the redeads? Oh! Not what I was expecting to happen. He hides it well. Does he? Look at this face, Poison Darth Frog. Or that face. Okay, so that's not what I was expecting. What I was thinking was cool. So I don't think I'm close enough for the dancer's mask to work. But I don't want to get any closer because it frightens me. And so the thing that I remember was like, this is what's underneath the mummies that are in the well. If you like light them on fire, they turn into these things. And so I was like, maybe if I put on this mask, they'll talk to me instead of attacking me and screaming at me. And so I was hoping for something very specific, and this is the most confusing thing that has ever happened to me. They are redazzling. You are correct. I don't even know how to feel. That is a fantastic hint. Truly. Just speak to every single one of those ridiculous ninjas that pop out of nowhere. There is. Yeah, I just took a picture of it. I was talking to, so I got attacked outside, and he told me that these guys used to be dancers, and I was like, that's nice, and that's why I was gonna put the dancing mask on, because there's a mask by a dancer, and I thought if I taught them to dance, that maybe they wouldn't hate me. And I see now that that was not the purpose of the hint at all. I just can't keep up with any aspect of this. Oh, that's a solid point, Beavis. Ah, there's another one. Interesting. Okay, so there's 2 directions. I probably have to go both directions. I don't know if it matters. Oh no! Twitch support. What's going on? It's okay. I don't expect people to listen obsessively, and so it's fine. I don't know which side I want to do first. I don't know if it matters which side I do first. It probably doesn't matter which side I do first. Well. Because, like, it's just a castle. I don't want to. But clearly there is a point. But, does anyone else get the feeling we're gonna have to break the roof so that we have some light so that we can make that thing disappear? Which strongly implies I'm gonna need to do both sides. Probably gonna have to hit those every time. So I don't know why I'm wasting magic, but I am wasting magic. And that's fine. What's my last save state? It doesn't matter. I'm gonna make another one here. Because I'm frightened. This is so weird. I got out of the bottom of the well and it didn't get better. Okay. I'm just gonna wear this mask forever. So that's a switch. Oh, phooey. Interesting. So that is definitely gonna drop again. Okay. Oh, that is a very difficult thing to run into. Awkward indeed. So I hit this, probably. I do this, probably. I dive? Nope. I get crushed. How? Is there a specific flower? Okay. So, can I touch this? Yes, but I can't climb it, which is extremely weird because it is climbable. So let's try to study where the holes are. Just at the far ends of the room. Interesting. That was unfair. Was that just a speed thing that seems likely? I don't know if I'm supposed to go for a different flower. Ooh, I like daisies. A 3-stream streak. That's really lovely. It's nice to have such regularity. Magic. Yes, magic. Okay. I don't know why I'm not, like, making my reset point here, because I'm not afraid immediately of anything in this room. But I'm getting fairly crushed. I don't like that I can't climb onto it. Like, I was trying to climb onto it to see if it was hot, because it looks kind of lava-like to me, but not really. So I get a little more time if I do this, but I don't get enough time to get to the platform, I don't think. Oh, what? Excuse me? How does that make even less sense by far? How do I get off of this? Oh dear. Oh good. So I can make that jump. Does this just do the same thing? Cool! That is not a mechanic that they taught or explained in any way, shape, or form. So, despite the fact that it looks like it's burning lava, apparently the roof is a balloon and you're just playing keep up. Which probably explains why there's so many flowers. I thought that there was one that I could get to, that I could like run fast enough and spend little enough time in the air that I could do it in the time that the ceiling was up. But I see now that I was incorrect and that was not it at all, and I just needed to headbutt it. The thing is, this feels more moon logic-y than like a reasonable solution. I made a suspend point, right? Did I make a suspend point? Shouldn't I have been facing the door? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna make one. That makes sense. Oh dear. Okay, so... I hate it. I just hate it when spiders surprise me. Okay, there's another one over there. So there are 2 surprising spiders, chat, and we would much rather there be 0 surprising spiders. Can I kill it with a bow? Cool. Cool. Oh, that floor does not look very nice. No, another family. Don't run away. Thank you. I don't know why this place is being so generous with fairies, but I am actively frightened by that because it makes me think I'm gonna need them. Chat, it's being so generous with fairies. Is this just the fairy ledge? Nah. Couldn't be. Okay, that's just magic. That makes sense. Ooh. Two of these guys. Did that guy just drop bombs into an abyss, or was that like a blue ruby? Okay. Nope, those were bombs. Is there another flower hiding somewhere over there? Or do I have to pivot my way through? Okay. Well, I definitely am not being untested mentally by the puzzles of Ikana. Interesting. We're in the part of the game where you're beginning to like it. That's very funny. So this is not where I'm supposed to go. That's where I'm supposed to go. But I'm now stuck here. Hello, Mexico. How are you? There is sneakiness in this room, and I found it. And we're gonna just pause for a moment. Just pause. It's in Mexico. Thank you very much for redeeming seasonal candy, non-seasonal candy, hydrate for 69 channel points, nice, and dehydrate. Let me take y'all through my snacks tonight. Cause I don't know about you, but I'm just here for the snacks. In the immortal words of the not quite evil stepsister in Ever After, I'm only here for the food. Thank you. It's thematic. The funny thing about this was we have smart lighting in our house, and we specifically have the LED color changing smart lighting bulbs, which means I can make pretty much any light bulb in my apartment whatever color I want. And currently my husband is sitting in the office and the light in there is blue. And I walked in there to let him know that I was starting to stream, to essentially just be gross and romantic before I had to like abandon him for a couple of hours, you know, those sorts of things. And I walked into the blue light, and blue lighting makes blue fade, and it just looked like this whole thing was glowing. It was like so out there. I like it. I haven't worn it for a while because it hasn't been the right temperature. So chat, we have snacks. I know the bag's the wrong color if you're American, but these are some sweet chili heat Doritos. I believe the bag is purple if you are not in Canada, but I am. So I have some sweet chili heat Doritos, and as we know, because I do find this spicy, I have a favorite way to eat them, and that is with some form of onion dip, because chips are best when you add onion. That is a great question. I don't know. I love this combination. I understand and accept that it's weird, but I enjoy it too much to stop. And so then we also will have our hydrate, 69 channel points, nice, again, which is peppermint tea, which is the reason that I'm like washing down the spicy chips with onion dip before I put chocolate in my mouth. These flavors are not compatible at all. And then we have our seasonal and non-seasonal candies, because in a couple of weeks This is so difficult to hold. Round things do not hold as well as pointy things. Because we have Easter coming up in a couple weeks, I figured why not Easter eggs? But those are the seasonal candy. And so what kind of chocolate can you have any time of the year? The answer is Hugs. So I have some Cadbury eggs for Easter, and I have some Hershey's Hugs. And they're probably both terrible for me, but it doesn't matter. I like them. They taste good. Spicy chips with mini pretzels. That's a good combo. It's the Chex Mix vibe, but even better because there's no Chex. Listen, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. But I actually really like that because the thing is with spice is you want to cut that flavor with something that somewhat absorbs it. And dairy does that really well. And so dip is great. But like so does starch. And pretzels are very starchy and they work well with spice. Oh, poison dart frog. Buttons, hugs are some of my favorites too. Poison Darth Frog, thank you for redeeming non-free hug for 999 channel points. Here you go. There we go. Patted you on the back and everything. That's the non-free hug. It's not a joke. I just really wondered how many people would redeem something like that. And the answer is, I think, like 3 total people since I introduced it. Okay. So, there are shenanigans in this room, we've learned. Is it timed? How do I get back? Is this jump makeable? Yes, it is. I don't know if this jump is makeable. You're a hugger and COVID was hard for you? Listen, yeah, absolutely. And hugs are great. So, like, my masks, here they are. We have the terrifying mask, the exploding mask, the flat mask, the other terrifying mask but for a different reason, the other terrifying mask but for a different reason, the awful mask that I didn't even want, the faced mask. Actually, this is a really awesome mask. This one's kind of creepy. This one looks sad. This one, I don't even want to know why there's a child walking around with this face. The other creepy mask. Oh yeah, and that creepy mask, and that creepy mask, and that creepy mask, and that creepy mask. I think there's a theme in this game. Oh, sweet. Okay, so you can just kind of jump those things. What's the free hug? Poison Darth Frog, you are asking me. Bam. That's the free hug. It costs no channel points. It requires no subscriptions. It is just an open pop it in there. And you get hugs from both me and from my bot. And so that's the free hug. Also, very few people use this. I think that the free hug has been used less than the non-free hug, which is funny. There's an Easter egg in this palace that you were hoping to point out later. Interesting. Do I have the things that I need for it? One must assume that I do. Look at that. And technically, people can pile on with other hugs if they want to. I do. Oh, that's exciting. Most exciting. Oh yeah, obviously. Pretty much the only universal channel command that gets used in this chat is lurk. Do I have... You're right. It is the biggest problem. Maybe I should make like, not that anyone would read it, but I feel like I should make a panel. Enjoy your lurk and thank you for giving me snacks. I feel like I should make a panel like underneath the stream that just lists all the commands and what they do. Free mug. Oh. I probably should have like useful things equipped. That's a useful thing. Oh no, that's bad. How do I fight these things? Can I fight these things? One moment. I have never met these things. They frighten me. Oh my gosh, this is the best mask ever. So it can curse me. So I've definitely been cursed. I'm like all blue and stuff. The command is just !hug if you're looking for the free hug. Is this worth resetting the room for, or will it get fixed? It doesn't seem to be getting fixed, chat. How long will I be cursed for? I can't draw my sword! Well, that answers that question. So the good news is, I don't have to commit to those awful things. Oh, the curse is on a timer? I mean, that makes the most sense. I just still don't want to deal with it. Especially because technically I don't know how to kill these things. Hold on. Oh no! Wait. No, turn around. Go back. I am not done with that room yet. I did not realize I had hit the trigger point. Because if the hook shot does nothing. Cool. So you kill them with the bow. But also, if you really want to, you can just make them ignore you using the absolute blandest face that you have ever seen. New card! You get a new card. You get a new card. And of course I'm going to do that. Door. Outdoor. Like, yes, I want to fight this guy because I want to know what he's going to say. But every single one of these fights is like, there he is. Ow! He's still got me. I can't see him. Oh, come on. The Z targeting is very annoying. Got him. Because it sometimes doesn't take. I'll press the button and it will ignore me. To counter the rage... Oh! We're taking a picture of this, chat. So here are several things that we have just learned. Okay? Okay. We've just learned that there is a king of Ikana Castle. We've learned that he's angry. And we've learned that we are probably going to need to use fire to burn something. My first guess is curtains, but we'll just see what's flammable when we get there. Like, truly, if you're just thinking of things that block light that are flammable, there are lots of ways you could set up something internal to the room. I don't know if I need to find light outdoors through something like curtains, or if I can find light within the room. No idea. But apparently we need this fancy shield. And we'll just shine the light in his face and see what happens. So we've just got a boss fight hint, which is super worth it. So extremely worth it. Sounds like a controller issue. Usually I have the opposite problem. I press Z to turn the camera and then realize I've Z targeted. That happens a lot to me as well. A lot. The Z target system is not good. But often I'm just faster at pressing my buttons than this controller is able to understand is how it feels. How do I... Okay. Well, that's a switch. Not suspicious at all. There's a piece of wood. Chat, there's a piece of wood. And there's also that way. Interesting. How do I... Never mind. Can I, like, jump to it? Good. I don't know if this is timed or not. It would be really sucky if the fire came back. But I hope it doesn't, because I have to be able to turn around and come back. Oh, trash! Okay, so it's timed, and that is kind of awkward, because I want that heart piece, but there's no way I'm gonna also get back. What are we looking at here? Which I don't think I can anyway. See, that worked. Okay, so there's a fence here. I could use that flower to get over the fence. There's also a switch over there, which I can probably get to using that flower as well, and then maybe jump back from. I'm not entirely sure. Oh my gosh. Can you not? But I want to do this so much. This is definitely the side that I wanted to come up because it gets me to the piece of heart. I'm trying to decide what's necessary and what's optional. So if I go, okay, so if I try hopping over this fence, I don't think I can come back. And so that is definitely not the first thing we're gonna do. Oh, wow, I wanna blow that up. Great. Absolutely yes. We'll explode that. But I think that this is something that I can do. Whew. Lucky. So what does that do? Okay, that does some magic. Gotcha. Hip. Oh, good. Okay, we can make that jump. So I wonder if I can shoot out of this flower and not go over the fence. Maybe I can't even get over the fence, now that I think about it. Because that fence is high. This might just be to get me back on the wall. Interesting. Okay, so that was just to get me back on the wall. So that is not the way in. But I did move this terrifying block, which is fun. That is a rock, right? That's not a hole? Yep, that is a rock. Okay. Interesting. So now would be an okay time then to pick up the heart piece if I can figure that out. because I am going to need to go back down and go back in again anyway. Okay. 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 His jump is so much shorter. Fine. Okay. This is fine. This is why we save. So we do have to leap as a boy, turn into a scrub, dive when I press the dive button, please, game. We can't spend that long aiming. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Made it before the fire. Yee! Sweet. I see you! I just lost the health that I gained, but that's okay. Good enough. Good enough. I'm very competitive about my heart pieces. I want them. But I also don't want to have to do the silly swamp gallery again. But I will! At some point. Okay. So we have learned a lot. So we've learned we want that. And we've learned we want that. It was that one, right? That made them dance? I think it was that one that made them dance. Which is important. I think we're probably gonna need that. Okay. So I'm going to do another safety save because I have done like one whole area of this. And so now I can go and try to do the other whole area, but I am outside again. So, Poison Dart Frog, thank you very much for redeeming Ask Me Anything. Superpower. I have the power to switch between first and third person perspectives in real life, but both now use N64 camera controls. Would I want that power? That's a really interesting question. Poison Dart Frog? And I think my answer is going to seem silly. But I don't want the power to see things from the first person view ever. I recognize that that is the default and my current experience. But I don't want it. I don't like any game that is in first person. It is not a perspective that I want to use to see. And then you added in the bit about N64 camera controls. And I'm like, the thing that's annoying about them is not the first person versus third person. The thing that's annoying about them is like turning around. And that is really curious. And so it feels more like a question of, do I want the ability to see from outside myself enough that I'm willing to put up with the liability of the way the camera works? I think my answer is no. I don't want it. Even though it would get me out of first person view, the camera in N64 games is like, I say this out of nothing but love for the development of video games and for where they've been and for where they're going, but it's trash. This is not a good camera. Cool. They are dancing. I still don't have light in the middle of this room, so I still can't do anything about that block, which is probably fine. Wait, I didn't need to do that. I especially didn't need to do that twice. One moment, please. I am silly. And I forgot to look. So that's very interesting. Because even though they, like, the ice resets, but the status of the eye does not. Utterly fascinating to me. Well, screw that noise. There's something sketchy about this floor. You know? Alright. Alright, you trash and terrifying thing. I hate you so much. Please stop moving like that. Oh my gosh, please stop moving like that. I'm so frightened. Come here, you silly little... Trash. Trash. Trash, and I'm so frightened. Oh, okay, there's light in this room, though. That's interesting. I hate it. I hate it. I hate those creepy little hands. I always appreciate questions, and when I can give a deep answer, I try to. Okay, there's light right here. Gotcha. Trash, 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 trash. Oh my gosh, there's a little one doing like... doing the little zoop, zoop, zoop from the mushroom dance in the thing. I really want to not touch you guys. Please, please don't be offended by that. I'm just gonna run away. What? No! Not a mini boss fight! Oh no! I don't like this guy. I do remember this guy. I remember this being awful. Nope. I need... Hi, I need you to turn around when I actually... Got him. Okay. Okay. Oh! He's doing the dashing thing again. I hate this because this isn't really a safe zone, but apparently, chat, for anyone who was here the last time I fought this mini boss, I learned a lot because that was much less awful. I learned you need to find a safety corner where you can put the wall to your back, you can see most of the room, and then you just have to shoot him without Z targeting. You just have to aim and shoot him. But now we're at the back half of that fight where, like, I think it's going to be that one of him is real and a bunch of him are fake, and I'm going to need to figure out what that is. And I don't remember. And so we are going to have a safety save at this point so that I can reset to it when I die over and over and over again. Is that one? There we go. Oh, he's right in front of me. I didn't think he did that. Just have to find whichever one is spinning. Yep. So that fight was so hard the first time I did it, and I had to learn what I was doing, and I had to figure out whatever the heck was going on. I'd love to play a game with one mini boss, and that mini boss is 2 feet tall. So Kay Munzel and I are watching, for nostalgia's sake, the BBC television miniseries of the Chronicles of Narnia, because that was the one that existed when we grew up. We both really, really love those books, and the BBC miniseries came out probably sometime around the time that we were born. And the music in them is phenomenal. Just 10 out of 10. Flawless score. It's so good. And like the remakes, the Hollywood remakes were all right. There are some things that I think they did really well, some things that I think they like missed the boat on a little bit, but I really like the original one for a lot of reasons. And we just finished Prince Caspian. And Prince Caspian is where you get to meet Reepicheep. Like, really. And so if I were designing a game with a mini boss, only one mini boss, it would be Reepicheep. Because Reepicheep is quite the fighter. You vaguely and briefly remember that Poison Bedbug, yes. Do you know why we're watching it? Okay, this is like somewhat embarrassing. I've never seen The Borrowers, but I have heard of. There was, I think in Canada, possibly it's America, I'm not sure. I don't know what is culturally like my country versus other things, but we had The Littles, which I think was just straight up theft of the idea of The Borrowers. And I've seen certain things about The Borrowers, but I've never like read them. I can find most of it on YouTube. Oh, Ian Holm. Ooh. Yes. I mean, I like all of those things, so that definitely sounds interesting. You also remember a cartoon that made you laugh out loud? Like a Narnia one? I don't remember that. So, Chad, I need to tell you why why we are rewatching. Don't put a lot of R's and W's together in a sentence. It's a bad idea. We're rewatching the BBC Narnia specifically because we just finished watching Classic Who together. All of it. I began from the beginning with Kay Menzel when we were dating, and we have finally made it all the way through Classic Who, and it feels like it took no time at all, and I'm like actually kind of disappointed that we're done, but it's fine. Like, we're now watching some of the stuff that is not canon that happened in between Classic Who and Modern Who. And we finished it, and I was giving him my impression of all of the different doctors, and he was like, yeah, I just can't look at Tom Baker the same way after seeing him play Puddleglum. And I was like, I beg your pardon? And he was like, Tom Baker, the doctor, the fourth one, that's Tom Baker, played Puddleglum in The Silver Chair in the BBC Narnia series. And it has been so long since I've seen The Silver Chair in the BBC Narnia. I had no idea the last time I watched it. I had never heard of Tom Baker. I had no idea who he was. I probably hadn't even heard of Doctor Who the last time I watched that miniseries. And so I had to. I was like, I need to see this. Because I could remember in that moment, the second he told me that was Tom Baker, I remembered a scene where they're underground and they're on a boat being like ferried either to the giants or away from the giants. I don't remember. There were giants nearby though. And there's a specific face he does, or like way he says a sentence. There's something he does with his face that is so very Tom Baker, that even now, having just learned that Tom Baker is the one who played Puddleglum, I recognized it as a Tom Baker expression. Like, just went all the way back into like a core memory and yanked it out and went, you're right, he is. And I just didn't know who he was the last time I saw him. It was animated, but just barely. That's funny. This deer that was supposed to be attacking the witch just stood there, not moving, and got turned to stone, and the only difference was the color. It was animated, but just barely. That makes sense. Okay, so we had a mini-boss, and now we just get to leave the room, right? Nothing else happened? We just get to leave the room? I am so glad that I was still wearing this mask. I just had a heart attack. I was like, oh my gosh, the readings are right there. But I didn't even take off this mask for that whole Wizrobe fight. This is so stressful, chat. There's so many enemies that I hate in this part. But it's fine. I'm wearing the mask. I'm okay. They just scared me. Okay, I'm gonna... What's in this? Yes, I would like me one of those, please. Why does this look like a secret? Okay, it's not. It's just a weird clip in the animation. Okay, I'm probably gonna come out on the roof again if I go this way, so I should just be able to go this way. And this is where we shall put our next safety save. My goodness, save states are just saving my life consistently in this game. Okay, so now I'm in this area where the block was. Ah. Oh, I see. Okay, so I would have gotten stuck like almost immediately if I'd gone that way because I hadn't moved this giant block. And so there wouldn't have been any light in that room that I needed. Heart attack, eck. I think I had a heart attack. Okay, so I'm not going to drop into that. That feels like that would be silly. I am, however, going to blow this up. Yes, the rocks are cracked there. I think I can regular bomb it. Can I regular bomb it? Or is this what I need the giant keg for? Let's try regular bomb. Shook but did not fall. Oh, right. Right. I am still wearing the mask that saves my soul and heart and everything. Cool. Okay, so there is a way to make this blow up faster. Wow. That was just extremely rude. And I don't remember... Oh, there we go. I didn't have to wait that long anyway. We're fine, maybe, probably. We're fine? Very nice. Yes. So this is why I've mentioned this a few times, especially because I'm doing a casual playthrough. I am not doing it walkthrough free. I absolutely have a walkthrough, and sometimes I refer to it very directly, and sometimes I don't. And so I do like figuring things out for myself. Like, I'm not going to look up a walkthrough to figure out how to get that heart piece that I just got from, like, the flaming pillars on the one side of the roof. That's fine. I'm okay with exploring this game and experiencing it as an adventure, but occasionally Zelda is guilty in pretty much every game of complete moon logic. Things that, no, I never would have thought of that. There is no connection between what you want me to do and anything that you've given me in this game. And so, like, that room with the Deku flowers where I needed to headbutt the ceiling, that's close, right? And I'm like, I don't particularly enjoy the experience of being frustrated by a game. So I'm going to have a walkthrough. I'm going to refer to it when I feel that I need it. And sometimes that has to do with, especially in between temples, what I've been doing consistently is when I finish a temple and I have a new item, therefore, I'll start by checking my walkthrough to see what things I can now get. Like, I won't necessarily look up how to get them, but I'll look things up and go, oh, cool, I can get 4 new pieces of heart and these 2 masks by name. Awesome, let me see what I can figure out. And if I can't, I'll use the, like, section headers in my walkthrough to be like, where do I go to get this piece of heart? Oh, cool, it's playing games in town? Awesome, I will go look at the games in town and see what they're like, you know? And so those sorts of things, just to, like, jump start it, to remove some frustration. And so when I finished, whatever it was that I had just done, because I don't think it was Great Bay Temple. I think I got something like after. I got a new item. And when I checked the walkthrough, it, like, told me of a few things I could do. And then it was like, Oh, and you are about to get stuck doing a trading sequence, so make sure that when you reset and restart this next section in the well that you bring these items with you. And I just went, you know what? Good enough. And so last week I just read that list. I went and found all of those things, and it included a powder keg, and I was just like, fine. I don't remember why I need them. I don't know what they're for. I haven't looked up what I'm supposed to do. And so it's not like I knew where to go in the well, but I was like, man, that was a lot less frustrating to just have those things on me. About half of them I would have had anyway, but I don't think I would have had like 10 Deku nuts. That's a lot. And so that would have been more frustrating, and it's fine. Plum, it was really lovely to see you today. Thank you so much for gifting all of those subs to the community. I hope everybody who got gifted subs enjoys all of their emotes. Thanks to Plum for the next month. I will kick all the butts. I will solve all the puzzles. And I hope that you have... Oh, thank you for sending me the link. You're great. Sleep well. Rest up well. I'm worried that the next thing that I have is a boss fight, and I'm not sure I have time to do that. I am just going to throw myself in here because I don't know what else to do. But it's okay because they're dancing. Hello? Oh! They just die when you sunlight them, chat. Did you know that? I don't know why I'm hurting them. They're just dancing. But, you know. Link is cruel. Why isn't it working? There we go. It's true. Lots of items are generally pretty good. There's no, like, again, this isn't a dungeon. It doesn't have a dungeon map. And so I am suspicious that the next room is a boss fight. And it is not a boss fight that I remember. I will say that right now. I have no recollection of this, but we did have the Garo outside who told us some things. He said that the king of the castle, which is I assume who I am about to fight, you have to burn things. I'm expecting curtains, but I'm leaving it open just in case there's other things that are flammable in that room. You have to burn some things to access some light. We have the mirror shield, and then we're supposed to aim the light at the king of the castle. Something, stuff, things. I do not know what's going to happen, but we did speak to a Garo who gave us that advice. And so that's what we have to start with. All things considered, that actually does not help me as much as I would like it to. It will cause me to do this beforehand, though, since I'm thinking of it. You turned your back on them and it literally killed them. They dance to entertain. They can't handle people not watching. That is pure drama, and I love it. And clearly it must be correct. So it's 9 o'clock for me, chat, or like 3 minutes too, which is as good as 9 o'clock for me. And this is usually when I end stream. Sometimes I can be tempted to go a little bit longer to like finish things that I'm working on, but because this seems like a boss fight, I'm a little bit concerned about starting something that I'm then going to have to go through the paces of learning what I'm supposed to do so that I can then like do it. I'm glad I have 3 fairies. That's great. That's working out for me fantastically. I'm also glad that I didn't need it to be daytime for the light to come through to like fix this, because that's weird. It's weird that there's more light inside than outside. It's fine. So we're going to start with our boss fight next week. We've finished with the Terror and Panic, which is great. And now we have to figure out who's the king of the castle and who's the dirty rascal, obviously. Or probably some chess maneuver about castling the king. There's so many jokes I could make here, and none of them matter, because the reality is I'm just winding down a little bit for you guys. I typically stream Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That is my time zone, and I do apologize about the daylight savings time swap for folks, but Eastern time just be like that for me. So next week, 7 o'clock is when I expect to continue. I should be starting with this boss fight, and from there, we'll do the next thing. Like, it's weird that I haven't run into anything that I would call a temple yet, and I don't know what I'm trying to do, but I'm in Ikana Canyon. And that's nice. And so I'm sure that once we do whatever we do with to the king, with the king, something to do with the king, that we'll figure out what we're supposed to do next. Gosh, am I not remembering anything else right now. Maybe we'll get an item. Maybe it will help. Who knows? But there will be some fighting, and there will probably be some hilarious frustration. I'm glad that you were here, Poison Dashbug. I really enjoyed hanging out with all y'all. You guys are great, and I hope you know that. So I will sign off for the day, but we're gonna find a little friend to raid first. Pseudo-Rudo, it was lovely to have you, and thank you so much for your advice and suggestions as always. Because there are lots of things that I do not understand about this game still. So we're gonna find a friend to raid. 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count as to who that's gonna be. Happy Wednesday night, folks. It's gonna be Fiend. There we go. There's that one. Oop. You don't have to grab the raid message if you don't want to, especially if you don't have the emotes. That's no problem. Literally no worries at all about any of it. But if you want to come hang out with the Dragon Feeny for a little bit, she is a wonderful streamer. She is also Canadian, and she is an absolute delight. And she's playing Mario Maker, which is one of my favorite things to watch her do. So we're going to jump over there and indulge me while I relax for the last few minutes that I have free before it's bedtime. Hopefully I'll get to see some of y'all again. If you want to come back next week and watch me fight the King of the Castle, I would love that. But even if you don't, until I see you next, have yourself a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, wonderful week, wonderful weekend, and as always, folks, keep it cute. Bye!